Hey guys, so over the last couple weeks I've been doing math with, oh my gosh, there's a duck in my road. There's no ponds around here. There's like a duck with like, okay, you can't see this, but there's this duck crossing the street. It's got like a green head and there's little baby ducks. What? There's no ducks that live by my house. There's not even a pond. Huh. Okay, well, I was talking about math. Let me fix my camera now. Hold on. Okay, so now that we've gotten over the ducks. So, um, I've been using a SBAC practice test to kind of give me some problem ideas, but I don't want to do that today. It's been a little bit hard to get motivated for me lately, and so I'm just gonna go with some stuff from class that we used to do. So for fourth graders, what I want you guys to work on today is area and perimeter. Really easy to work on. I'll put some worksheets up, but to be honest, you can do these yourself. So if we draw a shape, okay, we have to remember that, well, I guess that's not a very good one. Here, let me fix that. We want to remember that perimeter and area are different things. Perimeter is perimeter, or a measure around, is the distance all the way around. Okay? Now, perimeter and area can be easy to get mixed up, but what we're going to do is we're going to measure each side and then add them together. Okay, so let me make a new shape here. If I make what looks pretty close to a square, we're going to pretend that that's a square, okay? And this is 5 inches, and this is 5 inches, and this is 5 inches, and this is 5 inches. If we wanted to find the perimeter, we'd simply add them all together. Or, because it's a square, we could multiply it times 4. But 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 is 20 inches. Okay, it's not inches squared because we're just measuring one dimension. Okay, now I can do the same thing for a triangle. Okay, if I had this triangle and this was 6 inches and this was 4 inches and this was 4 inches, the perimeter of this triangle is 4 plus 4 plus 6, or 14, right? So practice some perimeter problems. Pretty easy to do. Draw some shapes. You could even do like, I could even measure the perimeter of my pen holder, right? Just measure it, okay? Find real objects. Let's get off the screen for this one, okay? Now, area is a little different though. If I take a rectangle, I want an area is going to tell me all of this space, right? And so we're going to do base times height. So my base is 10 inches and my height is 5 inches, okay? And we've done a lot of these. So the total base times height, let's write that up here, base times height, 10 times 5 is 50, okay? We've done this. I want you to practice though. It's good practice, especially if you can make yourself some more complex shapes like this, okay? Make up your own measurements and find the area. You can also go around your house and just measure things and find the area. Okay, so fourth graders, work on that. Fifth graders, here's what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to work on some good coordinate planes that have different shapes built in different quadrants. Okay, so if you get a piece of graph paper and do this and just put some random dots out there, obviously make the dots on the place where the graph paper crosses. I want you to make shapes and then write down the coordinates, okay? So for each one, you should have at least 3 coordinates because you can't make a shape smaller than a triangle, right? But practice writing down the coordinate planes, write down the order pairs, okay? And if you want to write down the shape as well, that'd be cool, okay? So Pretty simple, 5th graders. Spend a little while on this. Work on some of the other math I put up as well. Okay. 6th graders, you guys need to work on linear equations. Yes. Okay. 3x plus 2 equals 10. Okay, so what does x equal? Ooh, I don't know. Well, what times 3 plus 2 equals 10? Well, if I put a 1 in here, if I try 1, 3 times 1 plus 2 is 5. That doesn't work. What about 3 times 2? Does that work? 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2? No. Ooh, boy, this is a hard one. You know what? Here, I'm going to do this. Some of them might end up being decimals, but if I make it 11, it's a little bit better. 3 times 3 plus 2 equals 11. So x equals 3. Now, I'm going to put up a worksheet for the 6th graders that have ones that have whole numbers. Now, the reason I changed that, okay, if I left this as 10, what I'm going to find is that I'm going to have something here that's not a whole number. And that's when it gets really complicated. And I don't want you guys to have to worry about that level of complication right now. What I want you guys to practice is figuring out how to solve for x when it's a whole number and when everything works out well. So let me see if I can do another one for you guys here. Let's see. What if I have 2 times y plus 10 equals, let's see if I can find something here, 20. Okay? Now, let's see what we can do. We can just think this through, right? What times 2 plus 10 equals 20? Well, 2 times 2 is 4 plus 10, 14. 2 times 3, 6, 16. 2 times 5 is 10 plus 10 equals 20. So y equals 5. Because 5, we'll write this out here. 2 times 5 plus 10 equals 20. Okay, I'll put some worksheets up there for you. Okay, thanks guys.